Reporting to you here from the Bryn Mawr School, my name is Elshaday, and welcome back to the Daisy Dispatch. Since Fall Spirit Day recently passed, we decided to sit down with our soccer captain, Bria, as well as our school counselors, Ms. Evans and Ms. Mueth, in order to discuss the effects of having fans at our school athletics games. Keep watching to hear what we found.
Similarly to how we are motivated by praise and motivated by encouragement, and it releases different chemicals in our body. As an athlete, if you're playing, it is encouraging and motivating if you have a spirited audience. It is encouraging and motivated if there are others around you rallying around you. In general, a spirited audience does tend to have a really positive impact on athletic performance from my perspective. I will turn it over to Ms. Muirhead, who's the coach, because she would probably have a much more real time.
So I coach field hockey and lacrosse, and I have coached basketball. So I'm thinking about my experiences, particularly as a coach, and I agree that overall, I think it really can help an athlete's performance. I think it's really hard for athletes to motivate themselves. So like having that external motivation is really good.
I think we have a lot more energy, and it's more fun when we have a bunch of people coming out to support, especially when it's like fun themes. So it just makes everyone like hyped up, and we play a lot better. Especially as an all-girls school, it's good to like be able to support each other in everything that we do, whether it be like education or like social, and in this case like athletics.
As far as like cheering and spirit, I think it may be really overwhelming for some athletes if there are circumstances, like depending on kind of what the background noise is with regard to the amount of pressure that they're putting on themselves, with regard to their previous experiences in this arena, with regard to just how they engage with the particular sport. I think cheering and just fans in general really can have both impacts on athletes, and it could impact them in either way from my perspective, but it depends on your ability and exposure to the environment.
Yeah, and I think to add to that, like I think about kind of the scenarios from this season that are really coming to mind for me, and a lot of this has to do with like consistency, right? So last week we were practicing shootouts as a tiebreaker for field hockey, and we mimicked the whole scenario. So I divided up my team, and they stood like they would, and they cheered as loud as they could while we practiced it. So I think a lot of it has to do with consistency. So when we showed up and like one game has a big, loud crowd, that's great. It might get some people going, but that also tells them like this is different and the stakes are much higher. So kind of being able to practice kind of with that energy creates that consistency for a lot of people.
I love like when we have like pom-poms during like Triple the Spirit. That was so fun because just even seeing it out the corner of your eye just makes you just like remember what you're playing for, and you're playing for the whole school, and it's not just like individual. So it really helps you to lock in when your home field isn't like at school, it's like somewhere else. So then you have like a sports mode and like a school mode, and it's like different settings.
Thanks to our captains and counselors for talking to us. We hope this segment inspires you to go out and support one of our teams. Athletics are a huge part of our school community, so it's important that we do what we can to show spirit. Make sure to tune in next week for a new episode of the Daisy Dispatch.